The Dick Show.
Whatever. Don't matter, especially sports.
All right. Let's do it. Let's fuck around.
Shit, I need a beer.
Oh, you fucked up. You know what?
Fuck around. Well, I just finished mine on my way over here in the rain.
I just so happen to have the ability to help you with that. I already did.
All right, good.
I already did.
Oh, shit. I didn't even put it in the...
We're already
Hey, cheers,
fucking
fellas.
recording.
Cheers.
Woo! Here we go.
Cheers. Rainy
It's
night.
a fucking Friday night fucked up fest. Here we go.
Rainy day schedule on Party Island.
Yeah, anybody want us
Fucking
in?
around? No, I don't.
Anybody want us in?
Is that what? Like that's what Gen Z.
Nicotine?
It's the Gen Z.
Nah, I ain't Gen Z, but I like nicotine.
Okay, that's fair.
You know what I mean?
Oh, God. All right.
What's up, fellas? We talking sports or what?
Yeah. Let's do. What do you know?
Hey, we got a guest, actually.
Yeah, you got to
Hold on, first we
introduce
gotta-
yourself.
Yeah, hold on. We got to start. Welcome to the Dick Show. The Dick Show. Welcome.
Yeah. No, literally. So, like, he's
Yeah,
not
our
joking.
show's called the Dick Show.
DCK
Yeah, the
show.
DCK show. So this is a Dick Show. Yeah, dude, whatever
so
the
I'm
fuck
Dustin,
you want to say, man.
We've got Chris, and
Yep.
normally we have Kelly. So the DCK show, the Dick
Yep.
show, you know.
That makes sense.
All right,
Is this
so
mic on?
his mic's on.
Is my mic on?
I don't hear him. That's the only reason I was saying that.
I don't know. Try it now.
Is my mic on?
How about that mic? Does that mic work over there?
Give it a rip now.
Hey, there we go.
there we
There
go.
we go. All right.
Yeah, all right.
Hey.
Got me, man.
Okay,
Can
let's
you
start
hear,
over.
Can you
Let's
hear
start
us in
over.
your headphones?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yep.
Okay. All
Turn
right.
my headphones up.
All right. So
Welcome to the Dick Show.
this is
the Dick
Still,
Show.
Party-
I think could be a better name, but that's. I mean, it's fine. It's fine. Here we are.
you haven't
We're here
introduced
now.
yourself yet.
Right. Oh, I'm sorry. I am Dr. Weston Jameson. I like sports and sports gambling. And
Hell yeah. All right. Perfect. This is great.
I'm into it. I'm in deep.
Yeah.
All right.
So I didn't actually see. We were talking earlier about the Georgia Tech and who was that fucking UCF game? Right?
Yeah, the
I need
UCF.
UCF. I need
Yeah.
UCF +4.
Yeah. Do you want to know what's going on with that shit right now or not?
Give me an update.
All right, I'll
Solid
get to it in
score
a
update.
second.
All right. So while he's looking that up, we were talking about the whole Florida State thing earlier, being left out. Just give us your
Not upset at all. I mean,
quick.
so here's the thing. Like, everybody seems to be absolutely infuriated by this, and I think it's the right call. Like, I think it's absolutely the right call. And not because the things that people think. Like, people think that they got robbed because they went undefeated, but they just, let's be real.
They're not that great.
It's
They're
ACC
not
too, right?
good, dude.
I know, and I
They're
agree
not
with that.
good.
So
I agree, but like I said, it's hard to deny a undefeated conference champion a position.
so here's the.
Is it not?
Well, apparently it's a lot easier than we thought.
So
did happen.
of all the quote unquote Power 5 conferences, right? Like ACC is, especially after this, you got to look at ACC is looked at as probably the lowest of the 5, correct?
Weakest.
Right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And I agree. In the ACC, all the way up and down, there's a lot of dog shit in there. You know what I mean? Clemson was down this year. Like you had teams like North Carolina with Mac Brown as a coach. He's looked good at times. He's also looked bad at times. They've been very inconsistent. ACC is just garbage.
You kind of like, I think you buried the lead there. Clemson sucks.
Yeah.
And I don't think they're getting better. And you have to think Dabo is the whole thing why it's
So-
not getting better.
Do you remember back before Dabo started winning championships, when they would actually call it you daboed it or whatever? Remember? Do you remember when they swinnied it before? Whenever,
Swinny, yeah,
whenever he was
I remember
actually
it.
I
choking.
have no idea what you're
And
talking about.
no, you don't remember
I
that?
don't
Okay,
remember.
I
so
do remember this.
before he was winning championships, before they actually won a couple championships, and they were winning.
Oh,
the
you're good.
ACC
You're good. You're good.
perennially.
You suck.
Yeah, they were calling it for a while. They're calling it either daboed it or swinnied it. And there was even a press conference where they asked him about it, and they're like, "What do you think about this when people say they daboed it?" And he's like, "I don't know what you're talking about," you know. But for real, there for a little bit.
Do you remember when he was asked early on, like maybe like, I don't know, maybe this is like 8 years ago, he was asked about should players get paid for stuff,
College.
you know, like
From a college
college
perspective,
players,
yeah.
Should
Like
college
pre-NIL
players get-
shit.
Yes.
Pre-NIL, yeah.
And he was like, no, they're students.
Right.
And I
They're
think
already
that-
getting paid. They're getting a free
Right.
education.
But I think that killed so much of his future like recruiting right there. Players were like, "What the heck?"
We want to pay.
Yeah,
we want to pay. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I
For
think,
sure.
I think
crazy.
he did it to himself. To be honest,
Man,
with you.
especially what do you think about this NIL shit now too? Like
It's
the way it's
awesome.
gone.
Isn't it awesome?
It's good, right? It's good.
It's good for the
It's
kids.
good for the sport. However, like, do you think there should be a cap on it? What do you think? Like,
Capitalism, baby. Like, let's go. Like,
okay,
get
so then,
paid,
so
you
then,
know?
let me ask you this then, because beforehand, in that kind of a situation, you
I
look
can
at
smell
like
that burp you just had. By the way. That was disgusting.
like
that was
fucking-
absolutely
that
disgusting.
smells like dedication.
That was-
you know what I mean?
you know what?
That's fucking
You're right.
dedication.
You're
right
right.
there. That's a whole night of.
You're right. You're right.
We have worked our way up to this point. No, but when you look at it, so at that point, right? If NIL deals start being justification for that, at what point do you start seeing college players making more money? And you already see it kind of in a sense with some of these higher level NIL deals, making more money than professionals. And at what point do you like draw the line between like professionalism and not professional in college? You know what I mean? Like I've already said on here, like college is becoming NFL light. You know what I mean?
It
That's,
is.
That's essentially
It
what
is.
it's becoming. When NIL
The
deals are
junior
crazy.
NFL league.
There was a talk I heard something about with Marvin Harrison Jr. They were talking about a $20 million NIL deal to keep him here for another year.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fucking insane, right? I mean, like you said,
Want
to
to
your
make
point.
him better though? Like it'll make him rich, right? It makes the game
Him.
better. Like he'll have to perform to keep that. Like I honestly think this is the best thing for sports. Pay the people.
I don't
who entertain
disagree
us.
with that. And I've always had an issue with there should be insurance. Okay, in my opinion, you play college football. And how many Division I teams are there? I've said this on here, like he said, many times. Say there's 125 D1 teams. Every team has who knows how many guys on their roster because there's really not a strictly enforced limit, especially the farther down the line you go. How many of them make it to the NFL? 18%, 15%, something,
Minuscule.
something
Yeah.
like that, if
Yeah.
that. So I've always said, separate from the NIL stuff, if anything, what we should be doing, what universities should be forced to do, is give free health care to the players that have played for them, for their university, because we all know they're sustaining potentially lifelong damage to their head and their body and this, that, and the other. But if they are then drafted into the NFL should pick up that insurance policy from that point on. But if a guy plays for a D1 team for 3 years and gets his bell rung so many times that he can't even function, somebody should be paying him for that for the rest of his life to some extent. Agree?
You know what?
Disagree?
Well, to
help
play,
him out at
well,
least
hold on, wait.
somehow. But this was a
pre-NIL, exactly. And I
This was
gonna
a
say,
pre-NIL.
to play
thought.
devil's advocate to that.
But
if a
now
guy's
it's
getting
different.
offered $20 million for an NIL deal, you can go buy a fucking personal insurance policy if you don't have one covering you at that amount of money.
Yeah.
I mean, if capitalism is winning,
All right, I want to hear what you.
I think we're
you
getting
can
into
insure
the
yourself.
weeds of the insurance thing. What we need to be thinking about with NIL is the health of college football entirely.
As a whole.
Because here's the thing. You're going to have Texas. You're going to have Alabama. You're going to have Penn State. You're going to have Ohio State. And those guys are going to be making a lot of money, and every player's going to want to go make a lot of money. What happens to San Diego State?
Yeah.
What happens
Yeah,
to...
yeah,
And, you know,
yeah.
like...
Totally,
You know, I'm
100%.
a Texas Tech grad, like Reckham Tech, but, like, my school is right there in the middle
yeah.
and not a big deal. And so do we get crap players now because they're not going to get paid?
And so that
That's
becomes.
scary.
Have you even watched some of this stuff that's going on with National Signing Day just happened and with Colorado? Did you see any of the shit with Colorado?
I didn't. Please
So,
tell me.
So Colorado, they did get quite a few linemen, which they needed, but they also had some guys that committed and flipped the last second and switched, to another school. To which Dion was saying at some point beforehand, whenever he was stealing players when he was at Jackson State, and he took Travis
Like I said
Hunter,
that. Okay.
you know what I mean? When he
Yeah.
took Travis Hunter, he's like, "Hey, we did what our job was." And then after this happened, when he gets a couple players poached, he starts talking about he should see some sort of a cap limit on NIL or some other things for insurances as far as schools, or even as far as if you commit to a school once you commit, then you should take no more interviews. You should have no more like visits to other schools. Once you commit, you should be done, right? And I get that, but at the same time, they have created this monster with the way it is, right? And I don't see a problem with it. I mean, especially with big, high-powered schools at the top 5 of these top 5 conferences. If players come in and they don't get the playing time because they're behind somebody else, they want to go somewhere else, fucking so be it, right? However, we're starting to enter another situation where it's like, do we need to have an NIL window that's like free agency?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
Like,
Yeah.
do we need to turn
Yeah.
it into that kind of a situation where instead of a player can just make a
because
decision and then switch?
The
Like,
portal opens, and now you see a landslide of people moving from school to school that you never saw 3
And it
years
happens
ago
like
or
boom,
10
boom, boom,
years ago.
boom.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of gotten out of control. It's almost like these guys are looking to be the next NBA and go to the super teams with the big 3 or whatever, and it's gotten out of control.
Well, you saw it with Caleb Williams
Yes.
and
Yes.
his
So
coach.
joined to USC,
You know, I mean,
following
that's-
fucking firsthand.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
You know,
Chris
I mean,
being an OU guy, I mean, watching Caleb Williams, and then when he
Well,
left,
fuck, Lincoln
to
Riley.
follow
I mean,
Lincoln
he's
Riley.
got direct connections
Yeah.
going back and
Yeah.
going back.
He
You know what I
followed
mean?
To
Lincoln
Texas Tech,
Riley.
actually.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
All the way back.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's gotten out of hand.
Hey, how about
Yeah.
this?
It has
Though? We got
gotten out of
some
hand.
fucking pro Big 12 guys here. This is fucking great.
So yeah, I mean, Big 12 is the greatest conference in the league.
I
Right
grew
now,
up
for sure.
always loving it.
So-
I've always loved Big 12.
I always thought of
You
it
guys
as-
are smart dudes when it comes to sports. Help me here. And we kind of hit on this earlier, but who's going to take over the Big 12 football?
This
man?
is a good question.
Texas, OU gone.
right. The
two
perennial
perennials,
champions.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The perennials. OU is one.
So who takes over? Who's that next team?
Texas
So-
Tech.
Thank you, bro. That's what I was hoping you would say.
I really do believe
However,
I
that.
hope
we
so.
throw the wrench into it. We were talking
Because
maybe
you're
Utah.
bringing a bunch of
Utah's
Pac-12 teams
good.
Utah.
in.
Arizona's
U of
looked
A,
really
U of
good.
A is actually
Yeah.
this season,
Yep.
especially from where they started to where they've ended up right now,
Yeah.
to even being favorites somewhat in this bowl game coming up. You're
But-
talking big steps, and you're talking about coming up against a powerhouse program with. I don't want to get too far into this game individually. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
when you're going into the Big 12, you're looking at Utah coming in. You're looking at U of A, ASU. I mean, they made some progress.
They're there,
still,
but
they're not
you
know,
anything to
yeah.
talk about yet.
Not yet.
But then out of the Big 12, you still have a K-State. You still have a Texas Tech. I mean, there's even like TCU.
TCU and
TCU
Baylor
was right
have
there.
been there in the
Baylor's
past
been
few
there.
years,
I
you know?
love Dave Aranda as a head coach.
Right.
I think Dave Aranda is a great head coach. You know what I mean? However, especially talking about Big 12, there's head coaches up and down the Big 12 that are good.
Yes,
You know
they
what
are.
I mean?
I think where the Pac-12 teams coming in are going to struggle is they play a different game than what the Big 12 plays. Traditionally, the Big 12 plays a more NFL style of game. That's why you've got more, I didn't want to say recruits. That's not the right word, but you know
Right,
what I mean.
right.
More, what is the word I want? They got draft picks that come from those types of teams because they play a more NFL style game, which is kind of counterintuitive because the spread offenses and all the things that we see in the NFL now leaked in from college, right? But now it's kind of reverse role, like, and those big spread offenses, those big counter intuitive. It's either a spread offense on this play or it's a power running on the next play. That's what the Big 12 has been for a long time now. It's either power running or spread offense and aerial attack type games.
It's so interesting, especially on the football end of this conference realignment. Like, how will teams perform? I thought like a team like BYU would just get obliterated all year long, but you know what? They hung in there
Yeah, they
in a
hung
lot
in
of
there.
games.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
UCF too finished 6-6. I thought they were going to get obliterated. Like,
Yeah, and what do you think this is going to do for, like you just brought it up, football? We understand the implications.
Right.
What about every other
basketball?
sport? Basketball? What does this? All these realignments do to all those other sports? Like
Houston is good. And Houston's coming into the Big 12, and that's going to be Houston is a team we got to start looking out
Hell,
for.
Houston beat OU a couple years ago, like game 2 of the season. Remember that? And we were like, what the fuck just happened? Like, ruin the season in week 3. Like, what the fuck?
I mean, it's happened quite a few. Even
You know what
going
I
back
mean?
when we played BYU,
Yeah.
there was a game we played BYU, the first game of the season, and Sam Bradford was the quarterback. He goes down hurt, you know. And
That's a
then
name I haven't heard.
in a
Oh.
long time, right? Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of schools. Even BYU is one of those schools where they've never been great, but they've had some seasons.
I
that
mean,
have
they
been
won a
solid.
championship. They will tell you they won a championship
Right.
in the 80s.
Right.
So, like,
Yeah.
don't forget that.
That split decision. So will ASU, though.
That's so true.
Yeah.
So will UCF, I think, right? Was it UCF?
Yeah, UCF
Yeah.
a couple years ago,
Right.
and they hung a banner and they claimed it. They won a national. They were undefeated. So then I'm gonna segue from that, from UCF doing that to where we're at now, like going back to Florida State. You know what I mean? Like 14-0, they win a Power 5, which obviously
They're a conference champion.
has become what's known as obviously the weakest of the Power 5s if they can't fucking get in after going undefeated.
A
You know what I
12-team
mean?
playoff is going to wipe everything. It's going to
Everything.
wash
Everything.
everything, bro. It's gonna
Which
be,
makes you wonder why they didn't do it sooner. However, like at the same time, I get it. Up to this point, right? Like you create the ratings, you generate all this buzz, controversy is there. I'm actually interested to see how Georgia does in this bowl game, and then coming off a National Signing Day, Georgia fucking cleaned house.
So if Georgia blows them out.
How about that? How about that?
I have
Then what do
nothing
people
to say about this topic.
Hey, welcome.
But I'm here.
Hey, welcome to the Dick Show.
I was going to say,
Welcome to the Dick Show.
I wanted to interrupt you guys and say we've got another guest joining us. Em,
Hi, it's me.
What's going on?
Hi, I'm the problem. It's me.
Oh, you want to
The
be
problem.
Taylor Swift
I like
now?
that. The problem.
She turned into Taylor Swift all
We've
of a
got
sudden.
the problem.
Yeah,
What's
well,
going
you need another traffic line. So I'm the problem. It's me.
So we have Dick Show problems now.
Oh,
Yeah, you officially have Dick Show
We
problems.
have Dick Show
All right.
dysfunction.
I want to know what Emily wants to riff on.
Yeah, go ahead. You got anything to say? About anything,
now,
whatever.
Now I'm on the
Can I ask you a
oh,
question, Em?
Spot.
Ask me a question.
Ask her a
Do
question.
you know this all over the place relationship between...
Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift.
Thank
Let's
you for
go.
I
taking
am
the
fucking
words out of my
here
mouth.
for it.
Here we
okay, let
go.
me
Let's
tell you
get it.
something.
Here we
I know
go.
a little something. I know a little something that I didn't know before, and I know that all of the Swifties know about this, but like men don't. Do you understand that Travis Kelce went to her show and gave her a fucking friendship bracelet? Tried to meet her, went to her show, front row,
He's
gave her.
thirsting. He's so thirsty.
He gave her a friendship bracelet with his fucking phone number on it, and she wouldn't meet him. She wouldn't meet him.
What a badass.
She was
What a
like,
badass.
She was like, your friends talk and my friends talk and your friends talk about me.
But hey, he's
Such a badass.
dude. That's maximum
Okay,
effort.
okay.
I
that's,
see you.
That's
I
maximum.
see you. I see you.
That's
You're
maximum
a Swiftie.
effort.
You're a Swiftie.
Hey,
Closet
low
Swiftie.
key, yeah. I went,
Closet
dude.
Swiftie.
I was there first night, opening night of this tour. I was there.
At an Eras Tour concert?
I was there. I was there with Swift.
He
I
took
was
his
there
kids.
with my daughters
Okay,
and
Nice.
my wife.
okay.
Yep.
I
we were
just,
there
I just thought
opening
that
night.
that little tidbit about their relationship was kind of cool. Like, he was kind of fangirling really hard. And
mean-
she didn't give him the time of day.
Hey, you know Dustin's got a crush on her, right?
I mean, everybody has a crush on
I
her.
mean, come on.
Whether you're a male or female. And if you
Swiftie
don't,
till I die,
if you
right?
don't, you're lying.
I'm a closet Swiftie.
Swifty.
I'm gonna say
Swifty
it.
for life.
I'm definitely a closet Swiftie.
He's
for
an
sure.
SWL or SFL Swifty for life.
Swiftie for life.
Hey, hey.
So is Travis.
I'm gonna
so,
hit him.
Yeah.
you know.
I just stole Zane's line.
Hey,
I'm gonna hit him.
Hey.
I
Hey,
heard
you know
some,
your eyebrows look so good. Your eyebrows.
I'm going to be honest with you. Your eyebrows do look pretty good. That's,
Your
Are we
eyebrows
talking to
are
me right now?
So
Yes.
good.
Listen
yeah.
to you, man.
What the hell?
Consummate professional getting compliments on his eyebrows over here.
How did that
I
happen?
like it.
Em.
I like it a lot.
If they break up
Oh boy.
It's gonna be devastating
to
For
the
who?
Chiefs,
to everybody. To the Swifties.
The world's gonna end.
To the
Is that what's
Swifties,
going to start?
to the
Somebody's going to start
Chiefs.
hitting buttons.
So, like,
Hey, that's what
nuclear
stops.
weapons
That's
are
what
going
stops
I'm
on.
gonna be
the
honest with you, I'm a
election from
political
happening.
scientist.
Yeah,
I'm telling you
no.
right now,
It's gonna,
this is how the world
Hey,
ends.
what's gonna
okay,
stop-
this
what's
is it. All right, this is how it ends.
What's going to
is
stop
how
the
it
2024 elections? Swift. Taylor Swift.
Swiftie
and Travis.
fans
Yeah.
revolt?
Is Taylor Swift
Yeah.
our new president?
I mean, she could be.
please.
She really could
Anybody
be.
else? Anybody else?
Hey, you know what? How great would that be if she was the first female president? What do you think fucking Hillary would do? Dude,
Lose her fucking mind.
She'd queef her mind away.
What,
Oh my
but what do you think?
I mean,
Like, what do you
it would
think?
be gone.
What do you think
She'd
Taylor's
queef
fucking
that
emails
dust
look
of a
like?
mind out.
What do you think Taylor's emails look
It would
like?
be
What do you
gone.
mean her emails? What do you mean by that?
Well, like
Tell me.
because like
go.
everyone wants to unload on fucking Hillary and fucking Donald Trump and fucking Biden's
You want to know what
emails.
Taylor's emails look like?
Like I want to see Taylor's emails.
Yeah, no shit.
I
Hey,
wanna see
what Pornhub
Taylor's.
is she watching? That's what I want to know. I want to know.
What is her
she
search
watching?
on Pornhub?
Exactly.
That's what I want to know.
That's what I want.
What is her search?
We gotta get to the
What is
facts.
her go-to search
Hard-hitting
on
facts.
Pornhub? That's what I want to know.
Oh, Emily.
100%. I
I am
agree.
so glad you came over today.
I bet she's a midget fan. I bet.
I mean,
so.
like what?
Like
I
midget
think I
tossing?
Yeah,
picture her
maybe.
being like a Leslie, like a
Right.
Leslie
This can't air.
search. She's
This
a
can't
Leslie.
air.
search.
Oh, it can air, and it will air.
Yeah.
Why can't it air?
Why can't it air? Come
Tell
on,
me
man.
why can't it
why
air?
You are
can't it air?
attacking Taylor Swift.
Oh
We aren't
yeah,
attacking.
we.
No,
Oh
this is
yeah,
like
we're
America's
supporting.
Hang on,
I
hang
support
on.
Taylor Swift 100%.
Hang on.
She's a
Princess.
girl's
Hey,
girl. I
he's
love her.
100%
Hey.
right. If you piss off the Swifties, you die.
Okay, hold on,
You
wait.
die.
Before we get to
And
that point,
and
then-
I'm a Swiftie.
public
so I
service-
don't want to hurt.
But would we be pissing her off? We're
No,
not
no. PSA.
dogging her.
PSA.
No.
PSA.
No, we want her as
PSA,
president.
PSA. Dyke or no Dyke, we support Taylor.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes. I
If
mean,
she
like,
likes Dyke porn or not,
But
we
why
support
does-
Taylor.
why does
I
the
didn't,
Pornhub
I didn't
search
realize
automatically
Yeah,
like
we were talking
yeah,
about her
cancel
porn
somebody?
preference when you were. I thought you were
Yeah.
Hey,
calling
you know,
her.
you know.
I mean, I just
No.
want to protect.
No,
I'm not saying
I said-
Travis is-
That's
That's,
what I'm trying
I
to say.
said
Like,
that.
you know, we gotta
Justin.
protect the Swift.
Yeah.
No,
I said that.
President
I said
Swift.
I think that she's searching. I think that her go-to search is just from her like vibe. I think that she would do like
Vibrator?
girl on girl shit. You know,
She does some
nothing
some
wrong with
FF
it.
stuff.
You know, there's some way raunchier, nastier shit than girl on girl.
What do you search?
Oh, hard hitting questions.
what?
Here we go.
You turn this
You
the
don't
fuck
have to
around
answer
real
that.
I
fast.
did.
go.
I had to.
You
I
Turn
had
this
to.
to.
the fuck
Go.
around real
I
fast.
had to. I had to. I'm trying to take the heat off us. You're not going to answer, are you?
Taylor, look.
I don't
Yeah.
even know how to answer.
All right.
I don't know how to answer.
Baseboards, baby.
She's more of like
Baseboards.
whatever comes up in the search bar.
Oh,
It's just
okay.
right there.
So like close up. I like close up. That's my search. It's close
Got
up.
it. Close up.
4K.
Close up.
4K.
4K.
I'm being ultra.
I want to see the D in the vag.
veins.
Yes.
I didn't realize that you had to put 4K in the
I
search
didn't
bar.
either.
No, but you
that's,
can.
that's something I'm gonna try
Dude,
later
just
on.
if you go-
because I didn't either.
Pornhub.com, bro. How many times have I? How many years have I said
Years.
that? Years.
Years.
Pornhub.com, bro. They used to have an app, then they fucking shut it down, which is bullshit.
There used to be
I'm
a
just saying.
time when I was like concerned that our conversations were getting off the rails.
This
And
is
now I'm realizing
100%,
this is
yeah.
what it's supposed to be.
Exactly.
This is what it's
How many
meant to
times
be.
have I told you this is what we supposed to do?
Yeah. And honestly, like the most controversial you can get, the more people that will.
Is
have-
that why
have
we're
an
talking shit about
opinion.
Taylor Swift?
No, we're not talking
we're not.
shit
I
about
won't be
Taylor
a part
Swift.
of it. I refuse.
We all support Taylor Swift.
I love Taylor
100%.
Swift.
President Taylor Swift is going to be awesome.
Dude,
I would never talk
P.S.
shit about Taylor
President
Swift. I love
Swift.
her. I love
P.S. President Swift.
her. Hey, by the way, Taylor Swift, I'm not dogging you. I love you so much. I'm just
wants to
curious
bang you.
about your Pornhub search. It's really just that's really all I want to know. I feel like I know everything else about you but that.
T Swift. What's
and I
your
just
Pornhub search?
I just want to know. If you
That's
could
hard-hitting questions the
yeah,
fans want to
if
know.
you could if you could
It's
We
hard to even think about
need
her
to-
as a sexual person.
Oh, I cannot wait to
I just look
hashtag
at her
Taylor
as like
Swift on
a
this.
goddess, like a
she is
like a
very
bust
much a
of
goddess.
a human. Like
Very
she doesn't
much a
even have a
goddess.
vagina. It's
You don't think so?
porcelain.
No, she
It's
does.
just she. Yes.
She does.
I was gonna say.
She does.
I believe that it's there.
And she's
I
been
don't.
with the most
well, I'm not
like
thinking
she's
about
been
it.
with the
I just
most
think
like
about hers
like-
porcelain.
What do you
horrible
think?
dudes. Like fucking
Who should
what's
she
his
be
name?
with?
I think Travis Kelce.
Travis
Oh, you don't
Kelce's the
think
man.
like somebody like me?
I think Travis Kelce is her person.
She has been around the block a few times.
She has.
What's
I
wrong with-
wouldn't.
what's wrong
I
with
wouldn't
me?
phrase it that way.
All right.
I wouldn't phrase it that way. That does put a negative light on her.
You're right.
But
Careful there, Chris.
Yeah, right.
what's
Treading
what's the
water
dude
here.
with the I want to say this sounds
Adam
so,
22. No, I'm joking.
It's not.
Oh shit! Get in here.
What's the
Get in
guitar
here.
dude? Who's the guitar dude? What's
The
his name
guitar
again?
dude?
You know.
Oh, the one guy.
Fuck.
What was his name?
What's his name? Why am I brain farting?
I don't fucking remember.
Okay, hang on.
Can I get a hint? Can I call a friend?
Like,
I need a hint.
is there a clue?
I
Is there
need
a clue?
hint.
We need start with
Something.
Kelly.
Begins with
K's here.
rhymes with
K's here.
Hey, the K's here.
K's here.
Hang on,
K's
hang
here.
on, I'm looking.
Like
think-
John Mayer?
She's been linked.
John Mayer or
She's been-
something?
yes, John Mayer.
Okay,
yeah.
there you
John
go.
Mayer.
Mayer.
He's the worst of the worst. The worst.
Why-
of the
how did
worst.
I-
fucking Wonderland.
How did I pull that out of my ass?
Thank you. That's what I was looking for.
I
Body
Get that.
Wonderland.
Your body's a wonderland.
Your body's
Kelly's in the background singing. Loving it.
Your body's where
So can I
use
just-
my hands.
In terms of like
Damn.
sports betting and Taylor Swift, I'm really
Over, under.
worried that if they break up, the Chiefs are going to suck.
No, but
And that's my only concern in this whole matter.
I get
So-
that. That's valid.
That's
my
it.
my biggest kind of, if you want to call it a conspiracy theory kind of thing, is they've been building it up and buttering it up to make it this great thing, and they're just waiting for the Chiefs to lose, just because once
The
once
Chiefs are
the
already losing.
I know, but say
Man,
they don't make it
hurting
to
me.
the playoffs, or say they make it in the first round and they get bounced out. What's going to be the big subject? Taylor Swift.
Yeah, it's gonna be fucking
exactly.
Taylor
It's
Swift.
all going to be.
You know what
Swift.
it's gonna be? It's gonna be Taylor Swift fucked this up the same way Jessica Simpson did for
Tony Romo. Yeah.
Yes.
Yoko Ono.
Yes.
Yes.
Yoko Ono, same thing.
Yo,
Yoko
fucking
Ono.
Ono, bro.
She
Same
fucked
thing.
the Beatles, and we're seeing it again.
Same thing. You're right. You're right. It's gonna be a thing.
Okay, so I'm going to say something maybe a little controversial.
Shifty
If-
Swifty. That's what we're
if
talking
that
about. Shifty
happens-
Swifty.
You know what that means about Travis Kelce, right? Do you know what that means?
Tell me.
That means he's a sissy la.
No. Take that back right now.
Fuck. Say it again. Say it again.
That means he's a sissy la.
Sissy Lala.
Sissy la.
If she breaks up with him,
False.
No,
Or
that's
if
what I'm
he-
saying.
or if they
they
lose-
break up and somehow it fucks up the Chiefs on his part. You're saying that if they break up and the Chiefs,
no, I'm saying if they lose,
If
people
they
are gonna
lose, they're
blame
gonna
it on
blame-
Taylor
That's what I'm
Swift
saying.
because
Yeah.
she distracted
but that's
him
gonna
from
make
being
him look
good.
like a sissy la.
Well, that's
No,
what everybody
Taylor
said about
Swift
Tony
is
Romo
fucking
too.
That's-
lucky to have a man
Honestly,
like the glorious
I agree.
Travis Kelce.
I agree. So I hope for both of their parts it doesn't end that way.
We're gonna have
Who's
to-
more beautiful, Travis Kelce?
I was gonna say
Travis
we're
Kelce.
or a 5
Travis
pound
Kelce.
8 ounce
We're-
baby Jesus.
we're free. Yeah,
That's what I want to know.
We're fringing on a weird conversation where we ask who the hottest man
Dear
alive is.
beautiful
Travis Kelce.
baby Travis
Travis-
Kelce.
You think Travis Kelce's the
Beautiful.
hottest man
I really
alive?
think Travis Kelce's the most beautiful man.
Wait, that's your
in the
guy,
world.
right?
I
That's your
think
guy.
honestly, I think that he's attractive because of his relationship with Taylor Swift. I didn't know who he was. Well, I mean, I did.
This
I'm
is the
sorry.
conversation.
See,
Every
this is how
woman
it
I've ever
happens.
met
I'm sorry.
in the last
I
2
don't-
months has been, I don't know who Travis Kelce was.
No, I do know who Travis
Until-
Kelce is.
Wait,
and I
did-
did.
Started
So-
dating.
Did you know
Taylor
about
Swift.
Travis Kelce before?
I did.
Okay.
I have heard this many
I
times.
did.
I
But
didn't.
there is a trend.
I did. Yes, like
There is a
Let's check
trend.
the room.
So Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift made Travis
Yes.
Kelce famous.
Yes.
That's the trend.
That's the trend.
And it's like,
just to
no,
see,
bro,
like, the
Travis
reaction.
Kelce was
But the
already.
trend is just to see the reaction of the people that they're saying it to. Everybody knows who
Travis-
Travis Kelce is. I don't even like football, and I know who he is.
Jump in on a
Get a
microphone.
mic. Grab
jump
a mic.
in. Jump
Say your
in.
point. Say your point.
Here,
I said I have a correlation. So Post Malone did a song with Ozzy Osbourne, and everybody's like, oh, this Ozzy Osbourne is so good. I'm glad Post Malone is giving this guy a chance. Don't you remember that?
I vaguely remember hearing something like this. I do vaguely remember hearing something like this. That's so messed up. It's
This
so
Ozzy
messed up.
Osbourne guy's really got a future.
I heard that. I heard that about somebody else too. Like somebody did that with like the Beatles too. Like oh, thank God they let this Paul McCartney guy join them because he wouldn't
Well,
be.
Pete Best.
Yeah.
Pete Best got fucked.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh God, this has gotten so far.
Yeah,
Wow, this is great.
we've
This is
gone
how
off
Yeah,
the
it's
you
rails.
went from like sports
This is how it's supposed
stats,
to be.
and I'm like,
this is how it's supposed to be, though.
I don't do sports.
We got
stats.
people in the wings, like, what the?
Oh, yeah,
fuck
we
is
got,
going
like-
on here.
We went from 3 people in the room to like 6 people just staring like what?
M, how closely do you watch?
Mike's
the
got some
NFL?
words over there. I know he wants to say
7.
something about something.
There are
Yeah,
7.
about
He's right.
something.
I mean, who won last?
Okay, so you don't know who won the Super Bowl last year.
I don't recall.
That's fine. Let me
I'm
ask
not
you a
a
question.
sports person.
Not knowing that,
Okay.
now that I have that established,
Yes.
who's going to win the Super Bowl this year?
Who's playing? Oh, we
I
don't
have
know
no
yet.
We don't know
fucking
yet.
idea.
Yeah, that's-
No.
That's why we're
Who's
asking.
up?
I'm asking
Who's
you.
up now?
Predictions.
Who's up now?
No, you tell me. You just name a fucking
Just
team.
name them.
Yeah, that's what I
The
want.
fucking
I'm gonna put
Tigres
20 bucks
versus the
on it, no
Luchadors.
matter
It
what
doesn't
you
matter.
say,
Just name
so.
them.
You're gonna slay me for saying this, but it's the only thing I can think of. The Eagles
Versus who?
She's probably going to be right.
I don't think so.
versus
The
who?
Chiefs? The Chiefs?
Who's up right now?
No, you tell me.
Ravens.
Yeah.
Ravens.
Okay. Yeah. That's fair. That's fair.
Eagles over the Ravens.
And,
is
and
what
the
she's-
Eagles beat the Ravens.
is what M
All
says.
right, I
Yes.
like it. I like it.
Mind you,
All right,
I
lock
don't
up-
have
lock.
any knowledge on football. So I'm not-
Lockeroni.
I want to know.
Lockeroni.
This is the
Ignorant.
lock of the week.
I want to know what you're gonna go with.
So I've been on Ravens train since the very beginning,
Fair
since
enough.
week 1. But
Have you been on their dicks? Because Caleb Williams dick.
Dude, I've been on Caleb
Chris
Williams
has been
since he
riding
was in
Caleb
high
Williams' dick
school.
since he
can I
was
give you a
in-
dark horse? I'm going to go super dark horse.
All right, give it to me. Give it to me.
Jake Browning
And the Spangles
and the Bengals, dude. Jake Browning is on fire. Let's go.
Oh, so you're saying the Bengals over who?
And the K is back. I just want to throw that in. The K is back. Thank you.
I have no idea.
Thank you for your
Bengals
guest input.
Well.
Mike, you want to get in here eventually or no? Yeah.
Thank you for having
Hey,
me.
don't
on
be
the
a
Dick
pussy,
Podcast.
man.
You're
Get in here.
very
Come on,
welcome.
man.
We
Do it.
we enjoyed it.
So
That was a
glad.
Yeah,
lot
thank
of
you very
fun.
much. That
Thank
was
you.
great.
All right,
Hey,
we'll,
hit
we'll
that fucking cheer button. There.
yeah, we'll be back. We'll be back down the street in a few minutes and hang out.
Welcome
All
back,
right.
Kelly.
It's good to be back, boys.
The Bengals over who? Give it to me.
Oh, I have no fucking idea.
Oh, wait.
You're not going
You're
to pick an
Are you
NFC
getting in
team?
trouble?
So-
You're not going to get in trouble.
You saw my
getting in
wife
trouble?
leave.
I saw
I
that.
know. I
Are
know.
you
I
getting
gotta
in trouble?
go. You saw me. I gotta go.
It kind of looked that way.
Yeah. It looked
Thank
a
you,
little
I
bit
gotta
like
go.
that.
But no, yeah.
Oh.
Let's finish it quick.
Yeah, we got a couple
Right.
minutes, right?
Yeah. You got 2 minutes before you like the countdown clock is how
I mean,
long?
that's my dark horse. But honestly, the Ravens are going to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah. See,
like
we
all
just
know
talk
this.
sports. We good. We keep.
I think it's Ravens, Chiefs,
You think in the
and
AFC?
Chiefs do
And
not have wide
Eagles-
receivers.
Eagles
Their wide
and the
receivers don't have
49ers.
arms.
So
I think it's Ravens 49ers Super Bowl.
I see that. I'm gonna go.
Buffalo's going to get beat. Miami's going to not show up.
Peter out. Yeah. I see Ravens Chiefs or
I'm gonna-
sorry, Ravens Niners Super Bowl and a Niners title.
Are you part of? Are you
Mike-
a part
Mike
of the
drop.
smoking people in the dark rooms that decide things? Have you heard of this conspiracy theory?
Yeah.
Are you
football's
talking about
fake.
the logo
It's
colors?
scripted.
Are we talking about the
yes,
logo
the
colors?
Super Bowl
Oh my
logo
God,
colors?
I showed Chris
I
this
just saw
video
this tonight.
oh, you know what?
literally an hour
It's-
ago.
I just
And
saw
then,
this
and now
tonight.
you're just supporting it, you piece of shit. You're just like, now you're just a part of the
No
system.
shit, right?
You're part of the man.
I'm not supporting it. I'm
You're a
saying
man, bro.
I'm not supporting it. I'm saying what I've seen so far this year looks to me like Ravens, Niners, Super Bowl, and the Niners win it.
Well, that's why they made the color of the Super Bowl logo that way. Then.
They
Did you
changed
not
it.
see they
even
changed it?
changed it.
They changed
Shut
it to
up,
red
they
and blue.
changed it.
They changed it to red and
They
blue.
changed it to the colors that you would think of if you're talking Ravens and Niners.
No, it was that. They changed it now to red and blue, so people think it's going to be
Cowboys?
Cowboys and
yeah, that's
Chiefs.
right. Cowboys and Chiefs.
Yeah, they changed it to blue and red
Well,
from
it's not gonna be
purple
the
and red.
Cowboys. And it's not going to be the Chefs. The Chefs receivers do
I
not
agree.
have arms.
Yeah, that's great.
They do
But
not
who are
have
the
arms.
Chiefs?
I agree.
The
I agree.
receivers don't need arms.
Only to catch.
So actually, though, like really getting into it with the Ravens, because I think kind of the same thing. Like I think the Ravens are the most solid team. However, when you get into like playoff football and later games, Lamar Jackson, the dependency of him actually running the ball and stuff. Do you think that's going to matter?
So, can I challenge you and just say, I'm sorry, bro.
No.
I met you tonight. And
Yeah.
I'm like, you're
Please.
fucking wrong.
All right,
I
cool.
didn't mean to say
Great.
that, but like, I just feel like you're fucking wrong.
Good.
I'm just messing with you.
No, I don't care. Yeah, great.
I also believe the Ravens are going to win, but I don't think they're a complete team.
Okay. I agree with you 100%.
Like, I don't think they have receivers either. Like, really.
No, I agree. So they don't have the receivers. The two things they've had is a consistent quarterback, which
Yes.
I still am up in the
And
air
that's
about
the
Lamar
number
Jackson.
one factor in winning a Super Bowl.
And then two, they have a
Always.
defense, right? Which, when it comes down to it, defenses win championships,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So
I mean, that's how the Ravens won the last one.
exactly. But
And,
again, so
and
we
bitches get stitches.
snitches
No, no, no.
stitches.
Why is nobody
Bitches now.
Why are we sleeping on the
Snitches end up in
Dolphins?
ditches.
Because the Dolphins
bitches
need
end
to
up
be
in
dark horse
ditches.
to win the Super Bowl.
Yes.
I'm not sleeping on the Dolphins. I just, when faced with adversity, they haven't handled it as well as the Ravens have.
The Cowboys. It's like Cowboys.
Yeah.
Cowboys also just
And
cannot
so
win
this is
against
my
good
biggest
teams.
argument. As you get deep into the season, as good as the Cowboys have been, you get to this point, the consistency and can they do it? Can Dak be that guy in the playoffs? I don't think so.
This
I
weekend,
do not
the
think so.
Cowboys, Dolphins, who wins? The line is Dolphins.
I would say Dolphins, honestly.
I think Miami.
They're saying -1, so it's gonna be a close game.
So I think Miami wins that game. However, I think to your
too.
point, I think this is kind of insignificant when it comes down to who's going to be in the Super Bowl. I don't think either one of those teams will be in
Miami?
the Super Bowl. So when it comes down to
I don't-
playoff seeding,
Are they playing? I don't
maybe it
even-
helps both teams. Whichever one wins is going to help, right? Dallas really needs the win so they can try to lock up at least the number 2 seed. I think San Francisco has that locked up, and Miami needs to win to try to at
San
least.
Francisco has a 1.
Well, that's
right
what I'm
now.
saying. San Francisco has it locked up.
Hey,
So
hey, Chris, you know what happened on the way over here today?
what's that?
Danny Jones got sacked
Again, a motherfucking again.
Daniel Jones.
This just in. This
you
just
cannot
in,
avoid it.
dude.
I'm going to go
Oh
out
my
on a limb
God.
and say the Cardinals are going to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, okay.
I just don't know which year.
That's a very narrow limb, and I think you just fell out of the tree. You did that limb
Say
just
by
snapped.
2030.
So I mean,
By
you're-
2030, did the Cardinals win a Super Bowl?
No.
No.
That's, all right.
Resounding nose around the table.
They'll win one day.
Can I ask
I'm
you a
Yeah,
question?
the St. Louis Cardinals.
Day.
Yeah.
Right.
Question, just a question. Being a Texas Tech, born, bred, love Texas Tech, got my PhD there. Think it's the greatest school on God's
I
green
just
earth.
want to say one of the greatest pictures I've ever seen is the astronauts doing the fucking.
Yes,
That's like one of
Guns
the greatest
up.
pictures.
Guns
Guns
up.
up, baby, in fucking space.
Recom Tech.
And they can prove that the world's not flat.
So
fuckers.
asking an Arizona Cardinals fan
Guns up to that
deeply,
shit.
we
do you-
loved
how do
Cliff
you-
Kingsbury.
How do you know I'm a Cardinals fan?
Oh, yeah, I don't
Well,
know.
you are.
No idea.
You are completely
Has nothing to
absolutely
do with the
decked out.
hat, the
First
the
off,
hoodie,
yeah.
or the...
First off, I'm offended.
All right, so you love Cliff Kingsbury.
I think he built our school up just as much as Leach did.
Man, I'll tell you what, though. Kingsbury, from being a quarterback for your school, coming in there and being a head coach for your school, and as a head coach for
And
Texas
recruiting
Tech.
Patrick Holmes.
I was going to say, when it came down to him being a head coach for
Patrick
Texas
Mahomes.
Tech, he did a great job. He recruited Pat Mahomes. I will say this, and I'm not trying to make this like a thing. I did not see Pat Mahomes being what he is now from college.
Tech. You
from
didn't
college.
see it.
No, I mean I watched a lot of his games.
It was incredible, bro.
I just did not see him being this good in the NFL. Like I saw him being good, but to go from being just the guy in college to coming out
Andy
and
Reid.
being exactly,
Andy
exactly,
Reid.
and that
The
helps.
Mormon
right?
Andy
Oh,
Reid.
that
Yeah.
helps.
Well,
No,
that
100%.
Great Mormon.
I agree.
Andy
100%.
Reid.
That and
The
one
Mormon.
full year carrying a
He
clipboard.
touched the stone. He knows. He knows.
The great Mormon that
He
is
knows.
Andy Reid.
He
is
knows.
centered.
Seriously, one full year carrying a clipboard also is worth something behind Alex
He did
Smith.
play the last game. Just
Right.
keep that in mind.
I know, but that whole year that was behind Alex Smith before they traded him off to Washington, right? Right?
Yeah.
Right.
That year mattered, right? Like we quarterbacks that are drafted now, like Kyler Murray, for example, or our Josh Rosen failed experiment 5 years ago. They're not given that opportunity
Right.
to spend that year learning that they should be anymore. It's like get out there and do or die. And that's an unreasonable task. I mean, Aaron Rodgers.
ask you a
Aaron
question?
Rodgers is a good quarterback, not the best of all time, but he also spent how many years watching Brett Favre before Brett Favre moved on?
4.
4 years. There you go. I mean, that's what it's supposed to be. That's supposed to be the process. And now we don't even give these kids the chance anymore.
Yeah, 3 games and they're pulled.
Yeah, and then they get traded or
Yeah.
released or whatever.
Yeah, how does that build confidence?
No, it doesn't. Your question, sir.
Wilson. New York Jets. Wilson.
Oh, I was going to say Russell or Zach. So we're talking Zach.
I mean, he was branded the next Patrick Mahomes.
He was. He is an enigma that I have not yet figured out. He has flashes in the pan where he does some amazing
They
shit.
threw him into the fire too fast.
They had to last year.
I mean,
They had to
the
last
one
year.
thing,
And then worse this
the
year.
one thing that Pat Mahomes benefited from was Alex Smith,
Mm-hmm.
and they were a good team. Mm-hmm. They were a good
They
team.
were winning games.
They were winning games. You go to the Jets, who
They're
haven't
not
won a
winning.
game since 1973 or whatever, and you throw him out there
Yeah.
with no seasoning. He was bound to fail, no matter what.
So it was a dry rub.
Maybe. So that's all I'm saying is
Yeah. No, I totally
the
agree.
Chiefs were a winning team with Alex Smith. They had that winning culture.
Yeah.
They protected the
At
football.
the time, they had Tyreek Hill. They had Kareem Hunt. They
Yep.
had a whole
it,
offense.
it
that
allowed Patrick
explosive.
Mahomes
To
to
learn.
step into a winning franchise
Right.
rather than the Jets, which are a typically losing
Fucking
franchise.
dumpster fire.
Yeah.
I think there's something to that for sure. But I'm just going to tell you right now, like, Patrick Mahomes was Patrick Mahomes from his freshman year, sophomore, junior year, and then right into the
His
NFL.
whole high school career was the same way. I mean,
Zach Wilson had one good year at BYU.
No, Zach
Yeah.
Wilson's got a hot mom. I mean, that's you know what I mean? That's his biggest
The Mormon
factor.
Zach Wilson has a hot mom, is what you're saying, right? So I guess we have to make sure we delineate, okay? The thing is, I just don't think Zach Wilson
Who
was
brought
ready.
Who brought the big brain over here? Delineate. I can't even say it. I'm so tired.
Kelly can't even say it. Delineate.
Oh, look at the big brain on
Initiate.
Brett.
Yeah, initiate my cheddar. No.
I don't know. Patrick Mahomes is the greatest quarterback that the NFL's ever seen.
No.
You think so?
No. Tom Brady.
Said it. Oh, well,
Tom
here's
Brady.
the thing. Tom Brady is 75 years old. Patrick Mahomes is like 23. He's like 27.
Yeah, I was gonna say, he's not
he's 27,
23.
but here's the thing. He's got time.
Okay,
He's
over
got
under.
a lot of time.
How many Super Bowls is he
Yeah,
won
do
right
you
now?
think he's going to get more than Tom?
How many Super Bowls
No,
has he won right now?
I think
He's got two
ties
right
Tom.
now.
I think he ties Tom.
He's
You
already
think so?
got two.
And if he does
He's got
tie
two.
Tom,
He has two already.
and he's been to 3,
And he's been,
Yeah, they lost his.
they
At
lost to
least
Tom.
3
He lost to Tom.
yeah, has he been to
Wait,
4?
not in the
Tampa
Super
Bay.
Bowl though, right? He didn't lose. Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
Bucks.
lost to
Yeah,
Tom.
sorry. Yeah. Sorry.
So that's going to haunt him.
Did he lose? He's only lost
Only
one.
lost
I thought
one.
he
He lost
might have
no.
lost two.
No.
No, he lost one Super
So
Bowl.
he's been to
Burrow
3.
beat him in the
1,
AFC
2.
Championship
Now,
game.
let's say he wins another 4. Is he better than Tom Brady?
No.
Why?
I hate you.
Hold on, wait. No,
Why?
but wait, hold on. Before
Why?
we hold on, wait.
Why?
Before
Because
we
Tom
get to
Brady
that,
has 7.
before we get to
Tom Brady
that,
has 6. He's got 6 rings.
Yeah, he had 5 with the Pats and 1 with the Bucks.
but this is kind of the
He
same.
had 1 full hand with the Pats.
To your
and he
point-
got his 6th one with the Bucks.
This is kind of the same. Like
I don't
if
think
you
so.
if you take that out of the equation, like look at Dan Marino, how great he was, and only winning one. But
No,
does
never
that-
won.
No, he never won
Or,
one.
yeah,
Win.
Never
not
won
winning
one.
one. But does that take him out of like greatest quarterback conversations?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So then, if we're going that route, then
But no, he goes
Pat
into it.
Mahomes has to at least tie Tom Brady
He goes into
to
a
be
different
that guy,
category.
right? No matter what other numbers say.
The weird thing is, he lost to Tom Brady in the one he lost. So
Yeah.
if he wins another 4,
So there's
Can you
still the
still
tiebreaker.
say-
The
I know,
tiebreaker
right?
goes to fucking Tom Brady,
dude, I
right?
fucking hate that.
That's tough. That's like a
hate
tough
that.
thing to say. Like I don't, dude. I don't know, man. Because at one point there was even before Tom Brady did what he did. I would almost say that Peyton Manning was the man, right?
Peyton
And
Manning
then-
is still the man.
I mean, he's
and
still
he did
the
win
man.
one. So
He won
You can
2.
still-
So
say-
is he better than Tom Brady?
he did win.
Denver
fucking
and
won
Indy,
2.
yeah,
Yeah,
Denver
he won
and
2.
Indy,
One in Indy and one
because he
in Denver.
tied Eli.
Yeah.
Motherfucking Giants.
God,
This
I
just
always
in.
just
Daniel
think
Jones
of
sacked again. But no, so that always brings up those interesting things. Like, what, in your guys' opinions, what makes the greatest of all time? Is it the rings? Is it the stats? A combination of both? What is it exactly? Like,
Well-
what sets
No,
aside the
it's,
guy?
It's the rings.
Okay, so then basketball.
And he has most of the
knew this was going
stats.
to Back-
Yeah, I was
Dude,
going to
this
say,
is going to
this
LeBron,
is-
right?
This transitions right into it. Who's the best basketball player?
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan.
Or LeBron or Kobe or
Michael
And I
LeBron.
It is Duncan.
Tim
And it's
Duncan.
Oh my
not
god.
close.
This guy just made a fan out of
It
me
is
because
Tim Duncan, and it's not close.
Tim Duncan's my favorite player of all time.
He's the best basketball player.
I've been a
that's
San
ever
Antonio
existed.
Spurs fan my
That
entire
robot-
life.
Good for you.
He's been
My
riding
entire
Tim
life.
Duncan's dick
Since I was a fucking in
That-
grade
It is
school.
Duncan, and it is
Hey,
not
look!
close.
Don't get me wrong. That fucking
Dude, I
robot
used to mimic
is probably
Tim
one of
Duncan
the best
at
all-around
Wake Forest.
basketball
He's
players
the greatest
of
basketball player
all time.
Yes.
But all around. But you still can't call him better than Jordan. Sorry.
I'm
Sorry.
going to.
Sorry.
I'm
Sorry.
going to.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
So-
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
being
Can't do
being a Tim Duncan dick rider my entire life, the one thing I will say
rider.
that sets the difference between Duncan and Jordan never lost in the finals. And as much as that pains me to say, Tim Duncan had a chance to make 2 free throws.
No. I think you're misremembering that
No.
game.
Kawhi Leonard also missed
It
2
was
free throws.
Kawhi.
No, Kawhi Leonard also, but
BT Dub.
Tim Duncan also missed 2 free throws in the same game that could have helped us. Not only that, Ray Allen was out of bounds before he made the fucking shot to beat us.
Ginobili
But we ain't gonna
hit
talk
a
about that.
an incredible shot.
Hey, man.
To put us in the
Hey man,
lead
you're
in
hitting
game
me right in the
6.
soul here. You're hitting me right in the soul here.
BT Dub.
I know, bro. It was an amazing game.
BT
Kawhi-
Dub.
Oh my
Kawhi's supposed
god.
to
Brady
hit
does
those free
have
throws.
7
Oh my
titles.
God.
There
Huh?
were BT. I said Brady does have 7. There were 6 with New England and 1 with Tampa.
I told you.
Fuck. God damn it.
Okay, so if Mahomes wins 5 more times,
Yeah, he's got to get 5 more.
he will. Dude, he's young. He's young and he's good.
Yeah, it's just like
He doesn't scramble as much. You know, he's learning his body.
the no look
Hey,
pass.
okay, now he's a pubescent.
He's still
teenager.
growing into his
Now
body.
he's a pubescent teenager.
He's only 23 years old. He's growing into his body.
His voice is changing.
No,
Wait,
but
hold on.
I mean, he's been.
That's only dependent on Andy Reid. If Andy Reid's
The
not
Mormon
around-
Andy Reid.
Well, what was Tom Brady's not dependent on Bill Belichick?
Okay.
Most of them were.
Yeah.
Most
So-
of them were.
So this is something I was thinking about after sorry, let me backed up there, sorry. But no, thinking about it like what's better? Is it the head coach or is it in certain situations, especially is it the quarterback? Like
It's a system.
Is it the system?
I like
The
that.
system.
Brady
like
left the system. He went to Tampa Bay. He still won another Super Bowl.
He
But
brought
it
the
was-
system
it
with
was-
him.
it
he
was
bought
the
that
system.
one.
Yeah.
The team bought that
Belichick
one.
with the
Yeah.
system. What have they done since Brady's left? They've only downgraded with that same system. And
It's a fair
only
point.
Reason, the
It's a
only
fair
reason I
point.
ask that is because you look, same thing, right? Like Peyton Manning was able to go and win two. Brady did the same thing. I'm not saying Brady
Peyton
did.
Manning was and Tony Dungy
And
were
that's what I-
a
but
couple
that's-
a couple AFC games away from being what we would call
But this is my
Belichick and
point.
Tom
To
Brady
this
right
point
now.
is what did Dungy do after?
Nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So is it down to the better quarterback or is it down to the better coaching system?
And that's what I'm saying.
I
saying
agree. Andy Reid's the best fucking coach when it comes to a system.
The Mormon Andy Reid.
In the Mormon Andy Reid. He's the best coach when it comes to a system right now in the NFL. He's done it over
I
multiple
agree.
franchises with multiple quarterbacks.
Yeah, Philly.
And we
Do you
haven't
think that's
seen-
a problem?
What?
That, like, the game that we love so much, football, is so dependent upon a player that has to be all-knowing
Well,
and fucking completely insanely talented
omnipotent,
to do the things.
basically.
but
that it
first of all,
does.
let's be clear: the best sport in the world is college football. So NFL can just suck a dick.
Fair, but either way, college football too. I mean, it's so quarterback dependent. The
Best
No,
sport
it
in the
is,
world's
it is.
NASCAR, you asshole.
Yeah, right.
Ugh.
F1.
Hey,
Traffic.
Not F1.
That's
no,
traffic.
It's fucking cricket.
We're
Traffic.
talking hockey here now.
Yeah, right.
Hey, those probably are the most manly.
Welcome to Hockey Talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now if we get into it, right, who's more manly, the NFL guy or the NHL guy?
NHL guy all day.
Dude, I
every
would
day.
take a fucking 30
I'll-
mile per hour
hold on.
collision in NHL as
Rugby.
most devastating all day.
I will tell you, rugby is probably more deadly of a sport. The New Zealand All Blacks.
Oh, the All Blacks doing the fucking haka before?
Oh, we're getting into a territory where
Man,
we
yeah,
can't.
man, I
post-
feel like
that's
this is
that's
racist.
football.
Yeah, we're getting into a territory where I feel like we can't
The All
post this
Blacks.
conversation.
That's football without
And
pads,
it's a bunch of non-blacks.
without helmets, and they're hitting each other at
Should be called
speeds
the All Polynesians. Oops.
like
Oops.
hockey players.
All Aboriginals.
You see what I deal with
This
every
is
week.
insane.
Every
This is
week
the
I do
consummate
this.
professional. Right
I'm
here.
s-
I'm
Did you hear me?
mediating.
How do you keep them in control?
Dude, it's a struggle. It is a
He keeps us on a
struggle.
leash, damn it. Doesn't he keep us on a leash, Kelly?
It's a
Right?
struggle.
I mean, he's
bro.
probably gonna edit this out. You know, I'm gonna say
Edit
so,
everything.
So I was fucking this guy,
Dude, I don't
and
wanna get
after he
canceled
wanted
before
to
we
cuddle.
get cool.
What a fag!
And I was like, what? You
he's
don't
like,
even give me a
No,
reach
don't
around?
do that again.
I was fucking
Jesus.
the
Now-
I was
now
fucking
it
this
is
guy
gonna
in the
get-
ass, and I was like, "Well, you can't even afford a reach around. What the fuck? What a fag!"
Yeah, that's the part that gets deleted for sure. And you know what? I'm not
Just the
even.
fag
Listen,
word.
I-
Just the
I have a
fag
wife
word.
to get
Everything
to,
else was
and I
good.
want
Yeah.
all of
You
your
just got-
opinions right now on the playoffs. Texas or Washington, right now, go.
Okay, so we were talking about this
All
earlier.
right, ready, go. Just get it out.
UW.
Texas.
As-
Easy. Texas, easy. And it's not even close, but next.
Texas or Washington.
I don't think either one of them's going to be in it, so I'm not going to
No, but they're playing
They're
each
in the
other. They're
playoffs.
playing
Oh,
each other.
I'll go Washington.
Texas.
Two Texas, two Washington. Okay.
Yeah.
Alabama.
Bama.
and
Bama.
Michigan.
Bama.
Bama.
Michigan.
You said Michigan.
I
You
said
said
Bama.
It's
That's gonna be
Michigan.
2-2
It's gonna be
again.
Michigan
Yep.
either.
2-2. We can't agree on any of
Nope.
this.
But that's a good split.
Means
So-
it should be two good games.
I
Which,
really
which
don't.
proves exactly back to the starting point of this conversation why Florida
They got it right.
is
got it
not in
right.
it. Yes, they
got
don't
it right.
need to be there, but they
Wait, hold on, wait though. If Georgia was in there, say Georgia's the number 4 spot, who do you got?
Who are they playing?
Georgia versus Michigan.
Georgia versus Michigan.
Ooh, that's
tough
tougher.
one,
That's what I'm
bro.
saying. So
I'd take Georgia.
exactly, I would take Georgia.
I might take Georgia too.
So did Georgia get fucked?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yes,
I rest
they
my
did.
case.
But hold on. Hold on.
They lost the game. They lost the
I
game,
know.
bro.
But like I said, 47 games in a row, back-to-back national championships. You
They
lost
fucked
one
themselves.
game.
They should have won that game
Well,
if they wanted to
should've,
be
but
there.
they didn't.
But
if
again, this
Oregon
goes
wins,
back. Alabama
and Oregon's the
Alabama
number
should have lost
4.
to Auburn. Auburn fucked this whole
You guys have
situation.
no idea
up.
what it's like to be a Texas fan.
if Oregon's number 4, will they beat
look,
Michigan?
Listen, I'm a fucking born and bred OU fan. Hook 'em horns. I'm glad that they made it. Good job.
Wait,
for
how
them.
did you go from I'm
Listen,
born and bred
no,
Oklahoma
listen
to
to me.
Hook 'em
Listen to
horns?
me. Hold on.
It's
Listen
Big
to me.
12.
Listen
No,
to
no,
me.
no, no. You
Listen
don't
to me.
support
Hook 'em
that
horns.
fucking
Good
hook 'em
job. They
bullshit.
made it there. I appreciate it.
Because he's talking
It's-
about the Big 22.
It's another Big 12. Yeah, it's another Big 12 14 that made it in. You know, whatever, however you want to look at it. However, when it comes to this game specifically, Penix is
a man, dude.
and UW has wide receivers.
he does.
I like Sarkisian, but Sarkisian is an offensive-minded coach. If there's any question that I have about Texas, it's in the secondary, and the only reason I say that is because I watched my Sooners drive down the field and beat them on a fourth quarter last-minute drive and score to win the game.
What's your over/under? Like, what's
Over-under?
your over/under? What, like, name a score. What is the score going to be? Because it's going to be crazy.
It's going to be close.
It is.
I would say I'd give it about I'd say 5 points. I'd say 5 points.
You think it's going to be within 5 points?
I think it's going to be within
what
5
do you think
points.
the score is going to be like? Do you think it's going to be like 35?
No, it's going to be in the low
40s.
40s. Low 40s.
I'd say like
40s.
Both teams.
like
High 30s, low 40s.
38 33, 38 32, something like that.
That's going to be amazing.
I'd go like
and that's
I'd go
going to be a
like
great
30
game. That's
is.
all you ask for, right?
It is.
I'd call it like a 35 to 38, 42 kind of game.
What do you think about the Michigan-Alabama game?
So I think that's going to be more like 24 to
17.
19, 18, something
No.
like that. 17.
Yeah.
But you guys are picking Alabama. I'm picking Michigan, and I suspect.
Tell you what, man,
I
Harbaugh's
suspect
already
a
got 1 foot out
35
the door. Harbaugh's already got 1 foot out the door.
But I
man.
suspect a 35 to 10 win out of Michigan. Like absolutely
I
destroying
don't
Obliterating
think
them.
so, man.
I
don't
think
think
so. I do. I can feel because the way Michigan has played without Harbaugh
This guy's a Big
there.
Ten dick rider.
No. the way that the
Right?
way
Just
they've
choke on
already
that
played
shit.
without Harbaugh,
Harbaugh.
there. How many games this season? They've been without him 5,
This guy's a
6
49ers
games.
fan. No,
No.
I'm
But
just fucking around.
I'm just saying.
Hey, word out to our sponsor, Cactus Dent Repair.
Yeah, thanks for
Boom.
hanging with us and keeping me warm.
What do you think? So, what do you think the score is going to be for both games?
So, I mean, I would expect high scoring in the Texas-Washington game. I'm thinking the over-under is going to be around 75 total points.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
High.
You're looking at a 35, 35, 38, 30. You know what I
Yes,
mean? You're like
something
40,
like that.
40, 35
Crazy.
type of game.
I'm about to give
Michigan-Alabama
the
game.
speech from The Hangover. I was a lone wolf, and now I found my wolf pack. I think we found our fourth.
Dude, I'm telling you what, man.
It's too bad this guy's not here like year round.
Oh,
Yeah.
You guys are really fun.
Yeah.
I love
Cheers.
talking. I love talking
Cheers.
sports with you guys. You guys are killer.
All right, let's
Good
wrap
enough.
it up real quick. Let's just
Yeah, the beers
Wrap
are
it up.
gone.
We're gonna
the
go
fucking
get
wife
some more
was giving the
beers.
bad look.
Wife's here.
Yeah, I was
Gotta
gonna say we don't want to get you in
Talked enough
trouble.
football.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Fucking,
We
I
don't
think
wanna
it's
get
time
you in
to go play
trouble.
some black darts or something.
It's been really fun.
Yeah, you got to
so
learn
much.
black darts before you get the fuck
He's
out
got to
of
go
here.
get some. He's got to go get some kitchen clearance first.
Yeah, but then we got to teach him
get
black
that.
darts.
Yeah, and we can do that.
And it ain't some bullshit politically correct shit. It's black darts.
You guys want to talk politics? You let me know too. I'm fucking weird.
As I say, this guy's a political science, right?
Yeah, political science.
So who's gonna win the election before we get out of here?
Dude, what if I was to tell you I don't know if there's going to be an election?
Cut it right now. That's a perfect hit cliffhanger.
No, don't say that. Don't say that.
Perfect fucking cliffhanger right there.
da, da, da.
Now you got to get into it though. You already.
We got a mater.
We got another one.
Hello.
Hello. Hey, give us some words of wisdom before we get the fuck out of here.
You know,
Speaking in the
can't
mic
come on
though.
her.
You got to get in the mic. You got to put. Yeah,
you can't
come all over
on
the
her.
mic.
You come all over.
Nope. Yeah.
In her face. In her tits.
What's that, bro?
No, we
Dude,
don't
it's
gotta
so
cut
late.
that.
Nobody's listening by now. That shit stays in.
Is this live?
Yeah. No,
It's
this
live.
isn't
It will
live.
be.
This ain't
Yeah.
live.
It's
Hey.
live, previously recorded. That's
Zane,
the whole fucking
you
thing.
totally
of the deal.
Cocaine and cocaine
You,
accessories.
you messed the
All right.
you messed the joke up.
God
The
damn it.
joke is
We
supposed to
sell
be
fine propane
if you
and
can't
propane
come in or
accessories.
come on her.
You can't propane her.
all over her face.
Propane on her.
All right.
I like that
We're
one.
shutting it down. We're shutting it down.
If you
Great.
can't mate
Thank
her,
you,
you
guys.
mate on her.
Kelly's here.
The Dick Show.